Welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 370 cop stories, pushing 380. Please look them up. 7, 8, 9 minutes. If you're already on the site, enjoy them, please. There's a lot of gross alerts, a lot of naked bodies running around. Oh, man. Foot pursuits, dogs biting suspects, all kinds of neat stuff. In addition to that, we're about 200 questions and answers. So ask me a question. I'll text you back and answer it, and also put it on video so you can see it here. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Ongoing question was, how did you get in the academy and what happens while you're at the academy? Okay, so I'm trying to capitalize the first week. Pretty much got into what I call just a set schedule. Get there at 5. 5 o'clock starts, so you're there at 4:30. You get dressed, your sweat gear. You go out on the track, oval track there at 5 o'clock on the dot. Instructors, they have 2 instructors that do all the administrative handling of everybody. There's 35 of us there, our class. Then they have 2 or 3 physical instructors. Now these guys are ex-SWAT guys. They're built, they're cut, shoulders, back, 6-packs, and they're there to get you physically fit. Because when you hit the field, and if you watch cops and all these shows, nobody likes to go to jail. And if they start fighting, you have to be able to keep up with them and fight them, okay? Not necessarily fight them, but keep them from getting away and fighting is the wrong word for officers. You're pretty much defending yourself and trying to put the suspect in custody. Fighting means you take out the gloves and start punching each other. That's not gonna happen, okay? We use department-approved techniques, chokeouts, nightsticks, tear gas, now they have tasers and all kinds of weird stuff. So you're just trying to take them into custody is a proper way to cover that. The liberals will say we're fighting them. We're not really fighting them. Believe me, if I was out there fighting someone, I sure as heck wouldn't be, messing around by just grabbing his wrist. I'd knock him out. Okay, so they have to, restrain the officers from getting. This is why they yell at you all the time. That's why I need emotionally stable guys, because if somebody takes a swing at you or actually hits you, you cannot go crazy. You have to go by rules and regulations of your department and take them down by the numbers. Okay, that's what you do. Procedure and policy. You cannot let it get to you. It's not. They always tell you it's not an attack on you personally. They're after that uniform and your badge, and they want to leave. They don't want to go anywhere. Okay, that's what it's. Don't take it personal. I tell you that. Don't take it personal. So you're there at 4:30. You're at the field at 5 o'clock. You work out for about an hour. Get a good sweat going. Then you give you time to go take a shower. Not like in Marine Corps where you have 4 minutes to shower 80 guys. You take a shower, and then they say meet in half an hour in the classroom. You go to your classroom, and you have a couple of 3 hours of classroom instruction. Okay, and then by that time it's breakfast, lunch / 8 o'clock in the morning. You go eat. Then after class, kind of like the Marine Corps, after class, you go suit up again, and you go for a nice run to settle the food. That's what they call it. Marine Corps called it that. I think they used that from the Marine Corps. So you take a little, 1.5, 2 mile run all over the hills, and you come back in, and then you shower and get cleaned up, and then you go to classrooms. So that's pretty much the day every day. Now classrooms do cover a lot of things. They cover, of course, law and stuff, but they also, I referred this back in the stories I was telling and questions I answered, that our department manual, which it's about this thick, now it's on computer, but on disc, it's about this big. It's a regular size, it's a book, it's a Bible they call it. This, again, people that hadn't seen my videos, this book, this manual tells you everything you need to know about everything. What color shoes you wear, what kind of shoes, where's your tie bar goes, what kind of ties you wear, what color shirts you wear, what kind of police cars do we drive, what speed limit on the police cars. Everything you can possibly think of is in that book. So what they're trying to do in the academy is teach you as much of stuff that's practical. There's a section of the book called, I'll get the name in a minute, but it's a lot of administrative stuff. It's a lot of stuff that may never even apply to you unless you're working like inside or writing orders or doing manuals or whatever. But I think it's operations, and that's probably about this thick, and it's everything to do with being in the field. And I say this thick, it's probably like 500 pages. I mean, really, both sides. And so they want you to teach. They want to teach you all most of that, along with all the other stuff, law and everything else, because that's the nuts and bolts of going out with your partner, getting in that car and driving off and handling radio calls and serving the public. That's the key. That's the Bible. So along with teaching us law and writing reports and all that, they're constantly teaching you all the things about the Bible or the manual. Okay, and it's good because you learn a lot of stuff in there. So this is going on for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Okay, no guns yet. We have holsters and everything, but just nothing in them. So we're working out. Guys are losing weight. I think in about a month, I lost about 20 pounds, 22 pounds. I mean, because I just ate well, worked out, working out twice a day. And then on the weekends, believe it or not, we had weekends off. On the weekends, I lived at home, and there was a road that has a parkway down the middle, and near my home, and I would run up and down that thing just to keep going, just to keep running. I'd run. It's about a mile or 2 miles to that parkway, and then I could go all the way to the mountains if I wanted to, but I'd run like 4 that way, and then I'd come downhill a little bit easier, just to keep myself going, because I know that next week's gonna be doing it again. Turned out I came in second of 35 guys in running, so something worked. But anyway, so that's the week. That's what you do. For a couple of weeks we're doing that. Okay, now back to the background investigation. Okay, now we're going into the third week. Well, actually in the second week, sitting in classroom, knock on the door, guy comes in, another police officer, Jones, bring your hat and books. And now we knew what that meant. Uh-oh. He gets up, and he knows what it means, because he sat there in that same room when the instructor explained about the last guy. He gets up, walks back, the door closes, the church says, okay, the guy behind Jones, move up 1 seat, he's not coming back. Oh, whoa. Okay, you're talking about psychological warfare. Oh my gosh, and this isn't BS, man. He never came back. So this is a real deal. This is a job for mature, non-narcotic, law-abiding men and now women. It narrows the whole field of the human race or the civilization or whatever society in general to a small group. That's why it's so hard to recruit officers nowadays, because that group is so small. You're not using dope, you don't beat your wife, you're not in financial straits. No, this is the real deal. So whoa, there he goes. Oh, that's weird. Okay, all right, fine. So now that we're 2 weeks into the climb, now we're 3 weeks into this. Okay, so now they tell us that next week we're going to be shooting guns. Okay, fine. So in those days they gave us 4-inch 38 revolvers. Okay, now they have all kinds of automatic weapons, machine guns. I don't know what they have anyway now. But so they issue the gun. It's not yours. They issue the gun, and they tell you to start doing things at home with it. They say don't load it. Just go home and practice the trigger pulls to get the feel of the trigger, because it's got a spring load in it and all that. You doing that? I remember doing that while I'm studying. Just doing this like this, click, 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 as I'm studying to get the feel of it. Because I in the Marine Corps, I had very limited with the .45 pistol. Most of my experience in Vietnam and in stateside was M14s and AR-15s. So rifles were great, but I never had been around a pistol that much. So I'm click, 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 click. So the fourth week's coming up, and now we're going to start shooting. Okay, and so again, fourth week comes up, 2 more guys. Get your hat and books. You're gone. Woo. Okay. Class getting smaller. Started with 35. Okay, it's dropping. Getting close to 30 here. Okay, so okay, fine. So then, one of the guys, and they ask you as you get more into, the instructors will come in now, and they ask you things like, what do you feel like you want to do when you graduate? Because now you're in there a month. You've got 5 months to go, 4.5 months to go, 4 months to go, pretty much, and they're starting to get a feel of what each guy wants to do. And and they looked at me, and I was tall, and they actually told me, oh, you probably go to motorcycles. They like tall guys, and I don't know. And then other guys really must go, oh, you're going to go to SWAT. They're just, these instructors just kind of getting you kind of excited about, oh, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there. Okay, fine. So one guy was in the Army. I'll never forget this. And he was a pilot in the Army. So naturally he said, I want to fly on the police department. Wow. And we all look at him, oh, and during the break was, hey, you flew over there. And we're all comparing stories about when we were all in Vietnam and everything. And it was pretty cool guy. Okay. Now, I have to get on a side thing here before I get to this pilot. You work out every day with sweats, and you usually bought 2 or 3 pairs of sweats, And so you work out with one, and they tell you that they don't care if it's dirty necessarily, as long as it's not torn. That was the big thing, these guys. They don't want any torn, they don't want anybody running around with half a sleeve hanging out. Either replace it, fix it, but we want to see you. We don't care if it's dirty, you're going to get dirty, but we don't want to see any torn, any patches on the knees. No. We're not going to do that. Okay, fine. We didn't do a lot of stuff that would cause you to do that, but okay. I'll never forget it. He's sitting, we sit down in rows in the field like this, at attention, sitting at attention, then we do push-up position, we flip over and do push-ups, Sit back down, sit-up position, in just one spot you're kind of doing stuff, okay. Well, we're lined up like this, and the pilot was like 2 or 3 in front of me, and we're sitting in a position of attention, they're walking up and down, we're doing leg lifts and stuff, and then one of them says, hey, so-and-so, your sweatshirt's torn, okay, right up here. I'll never forget that, and I'm looking over like, whoa, Well, you should have just said, sir, yes, sir, okay. But being this guy was an ex-Army pilot, which means he was an officer, he didn't like that. And he said, so what? Okay. And we've all wanted to be cops since we were little guys. I think when I was about 9 years old, I wanted to be a policeman. That's unrealistic when you're that age. But still, I whole teen years, I stayed straight arrow, clean cut. you're here at the academy, from 1,000 candidates, they picked, 35 or 40, and you know all the rules and regulations, and an instructor says you have a hole in your sweatshirt, and you've already been saying yes sir for 4 weeks. Your answer should be yes sir, and that's your answer. And you'll say fix it, yes sir. How hard is that? So what? So what? Okay, so he yelled, so what? Okay, so another instructor comes over here too, and I'm going, oh no. So the one instructor they said, so what to? He reached inside the seam, and he said, now I'll give you something to worry about, and he pulls it and rips it all the way down to here. Okay, fix that by tomorrow. That's all he said. And even if I already effed up and said, so what? I would have said, sir, yes sir. Figuring out, I screwed up here, I'm done, I'll get it fixed, and they'll never hear from me again. No, he says, I don't need this. Stood up and says, I'm out of here. And we're all, they're supposed to look forward. Everybody look, because this is not a usual thing. Don't look sideways. You're under the instructor. Just keep straight ahead, do your stuff. We did that. When he said that, I'm leaving, everybody turned. And the instructor stand there, and he just leaves. We're in the middle of a field, he just walks away. And of course, these guys, again, this is a job, this isn't like the Marine Corps. If you leave, you're a deserter. Okay, you came here, you're working for the city. You are working for the city. They're not working for you. Okay? So what do these two guys say? The marshals are hiring. Back to the prime directive. Back when the first day we were there. You don't like it? The marshals are hiring. They're yelling, the marshals are hiring, you jerk. Go ahead. The marshals are right down the street, 101 Broadway Street. I'll give you the phone number. And he's walking away and he's gone. Weird. So at the break, we're allowed to talk a little bit at the break, so we're drinking water and stuff just to cool down a little bit. So now we're pretty much in shape now. Things are going really good. We're going, why would you do that? You want to we all knew even then that being a pilot on a police department is great. I mean, now I know hence they get a lot of money, it's dangerous, they get hazardous pay. Great job for those guys. Why would you do that? I don't know. And of course we're all going, probably because he's a lieutenant and he's not used to being yelled at. We're going, that's probably what it was. And most of us were not officers. Almost all of us weren't, except for that one guy, the guy that got the job as a troop handler or troop leader. He even said, yeah, that's a stupid thing to say. Yeah, that's really bizarre. I'll never see him again. Heck no, are you kidding me? It's gone. So we got down, we go back in the locker room. And remember, there's 35 of us, so we have basically 3 rows of lockers, We're all in the same, because they had another classes going ahead of us too. So they had a section where that class was. They only had a small class, like 20. Then our class, and then another class ahead of them was over here. So you're in your own little areas of lockers. So we all come back and we look at his locker. We put, adhesive tape or white tape over your locker with your name on it. That locker was open and the tape was down. So he's gone. He's not coming back. And we knew he wasn't coming back. So that was weird. Okay. So that's going on the 4th week. Again, we get into the 4th week. Now we get to go shoot. I won't get into details how we shoot, but you find out who can shoot and who can't real fast. And again, classroom, talking about shooting. Shooting instructors come in there. These guys they come in with different outfits on. These guys have like dungarees, blue dungarees with a badge. I mean, it's their uniform of the day. These guys are crack shots. I mean, during the course of training, some guys will say, something's wrong with this gun, and they'll grab it and look up and go, boom, right in the bullseye. Yeah, sure, to give it back to them. So it isn't a gun. It's once in a while, maybe you have to adjust the back, but pretty much what they do is, they're pretty smart. The instructors, every gun they get, when you get your weapon, they put a bullet into it. With you standing there, the instructors, right at the shooting range, they put one bullet in, bring it up, boom, right in the bullseye. There, that good. They're making sure that the gun's, it's not going to be the gun. And once in a while you see them, they have all their tools, they go, they're adjusting the sights, boom, bullseye, okay, that's good. So when you go there a week or two later and go, the gun's not working, and he goes, okay, boom, 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 3 right here, then you got, it's operator error, okay, it's always is. So anyway, we're running out of time here. I get long-winded, but I want to make sure you get all of this, because it's pretty neat. I still enjoy it. It really is. I wish I was 21 again. But anyway, so hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.